Hey, what's up? It's HK. Today we're talking about the new Electro-Voice Evolve 90 and what this system can really do in the real world. Not just on paper and definitely not based on a drive-by review from someone who didn't even listen to it. Yeah, we're going there. So let's get into it. Before we talk sound, a quick note for anyone new to the channel. I'm HK. I've built 2 recording studios in the New York metro area, created my own indie dance label, worked for major label A&R. I'm a producer, remixer who's worked on 5 Grammy Award-winning projects and contributed to over 50 gold and platinum records. I host a #1 rated syndicated mid-show, and I performed at well over 1,000 events. So when it comes to loudspeakers, I don't just read spec sheets. I use the gear, I depend on the gear, and I trust my ears. Now, recently, a reviewer named Nick dismissed the Evolve 90 because it's a 2-way speaker, not a 3-way, and that was his whole take. He didn't actually listen to it. Look, that's like reviewing a restaurant without tasting the food. The number of crossover points doesn't determine whether a speaker sounds good. Execution does. Voicing, dispersion, crossover design, tuning, that's what you judge, and you judge it with your ears, not your eyes. So with that out of the way, here's what actually matters about the Evolve 90. Coverage and dispersion. The sound field is wide, even, and consistent. You don't get that hot spot in front, nothing in the back problem. It fills a room nicely. Let's talk clarity. Vocals are clean, defined, and present, which is huge for DJs, MCs, and live performers. Speech and singing both shine through the mix without harshness. Let's talk low end and sub response. It's punchy and tight, not muddy, not flabby. For its size and purpose, it delivers. And portability. If you're a working professional doing weddings, clubs, lounges, corporate events, the setup and teardown are fast. It's a legit time saver. How about output? Oh, it gets loud, louder than you expect for a system this compact, and it stays musical, not painful. There's also the control and app integration. Tuning for different rooms takes minutes, not half an hour down a menu rabbit hole. I tested the Evolve 90 in a 300-person room at a corporate event and in a club setting, and it held up in every scenario. Is it right for every job? No, of course not. Not every speaker is. But for the target market, Electro-Voice got this right. So, no disrespect, but if you're going to review a speaker, you have to listen to the speaker. That's the job, and the Evolve 90 deserves to be judged on what it sounds like, not what someone assumed from a spec sheet. Bottom line, if you want a clean, portable, professional column system that delivers real performance at real events, the Electro-Voice Evolve 90 is absolutely worth your ears and your time. If you found this helpful, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more real-world audio insights. I'm HK, and remember, in audio, always trust your ears. Now, since this video was recorded, the individual I was referring to before did actually go out and get a pair of Evolve 90s, borrowed them for the day, and tested them out and used them at a gig. I appreciate that. That's what should have happened in the very beginning before you went all ballistic about how terrible they were. The only thing is, you actually liked it based on that follow-up video. You tried to act like you didn't, but yet you talked about the dispersion and how everything sounded good and this, that, and the other thing. And now you made your new claim for not liking it based on the spec sheet, and you actually accused EV of lying in their advertising material. Look, from one Jersey brother to another, I get it. You're an RCF fan, and that's fine. I'm not knocking it. They make a nice speaker, but try to be a little bit less biased. I'm going to chalk it up to you being young and inexperienced. I mean, I'm sure you're great at what you do at your events. You're young enough to probably be my son. So hopefully you'll take this advice and try to do better next time. But I do appreciate the fact that you actually went out and got the speaker. But you still were kind of knocking it, even after it was obvious. It performed better than you thought, didn't it?